We open the CapCut app and add the image we just created in Instagram Stories. Highlight it, find the duplicate tool and duplicate this layer, moving the layer down using the overlay tool. Create manual animation for the image of the main by moving to the beginning of this image. Set the first animation key using the diamond icon. Go to the end of the image and set the second animation key. Here, I want to draw your attention to the fact that you need to set the correct length. I recommend using about 6 seconds because the current 3 seconds are very short and the animation will be quite fast. If you want the animation to be slower, then stretch the image to 10 seconds. I stretched the main layer to 6 seconds. I did the same with the layer underneath. At the end of it, I set the second animation key. At the moment then the playhead, the white vertical line, is on the second animation key, I shift the layer up by sweeping my finger on the screen strictly upwards and hide it beyond the top frame boundary. In our words, I indicate that by the time the video playback reaches the second animation key, we will not see this layer. It will be completely hidden beyond the top frame boundary. The animation takes place between the first and second key. The animation takes place between the first and second keys if there is a change in the position or scale of the image between the keys. We have just shown by moving our finger on the screen what will happen between the keys. In this case, I moved it upwards. Animation also works with the scale. While I drag the main layer with my finger, we cannot see the change because there is another layer underneath, and we see the image with the last previewed one on the screen. But we see thin blue lines that show the boundaries of the main layer, and despite the fact that we cannot see it now, we know that we are changing its position, dragging it up. Go back to the beginning and select the bottom layer. The main layer is lying underneath it, which can be seen by simply moving the bottom layer. Now animate the bottom layer. Set the first key at the beginning of the layer and the second key at the end. The second layer should not be visible in the initial second of the video, and then it should come out from below to cover the black space that formed after the main layer shifted upwards. Set the second key, which is automatically assigned the position and scale that the layer currently has. On the first key, drag the layer down so that it goes beyond the frame boundary. On the second key, do nothing. This way the layer will stop in the center where it is now. I see that the distance between the hearts when the second layer starts to come out is a bit more, so I need to trim the top of the second layer. I choose the transform tool, then crop and drag the corners. Review it and see that the second layer comes out a bit lower and there is still small gap between the layers. To fix this, I put another key in the center, and this moment I pull the second layer towards the first. I check and adjust the small details. Then I'm sure I like everything. I export this video. Create a new project and add just created video with animation to it. Make 2 duplicates and move them to the bottom layers. Select the second layer, choose the transform and crop tool. Crop this layer from both sides, leaving only the strip with hearts. Don't pay attention to the fact that after this we don't see changes because there are identical layers. Repeat the same with the third layer. Drag the second and third layers to the side so that we now see the first layer with hearts. The animation is already good, but to make it even more interesting, select the main layer and apply the reverse tool. Everything is ready. See you in the next lesson.